Hey, everybody, excuse me, welcome back for week three. Just as a reminder, in week three, we do not meet on Thursday night because I will be far, far away. But I wanted to touch base with you as always on Monday and give you kind of a heads up of what's happening while I am gone. So I will not only go over what's happening for this week, but we'll kind of get a preview of next week as well. All right, so let's take a look at the course. We are, as I mentioned, in week three with no meeting. Of course, we had Monday off as well, so it's a fun week for for schools. This week, your focus is going to be on research and documentation. And of course, some of that we covered in class on Thursday night um, to get you ready for it. Then in week four, you're going to complete your MLA review assignment. So everything for the next 2 weeks is really focused on um, getting things squared away for the upcoming papers and things that we're going to be working on. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the module. Week three, our reading discussion is due this week, and your MLA review assignment is due at the end of week four. So we will talk about both of those, and then we'll have a quick touch base next week as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the learning materials for this week. You do want to make sure that you read this assigned article. You're going to have to sign into the library. So if you've not already kind of done that, you may end up needing to get some extra help with that, but it is a library resource. You should only have to click on the link and it should open for you. Now, I'm logged in to my VC, which is why I didn't have to log in again. But if you do have to log in, just, make sure that you do that. One of the things that you're going to be doing is writing about this particular article. And I'm going to point out a couple of things while we're on the article page. Everything is right here. The full text is right here. And then down at the bottom, you have the MLA citation, which you will need. So we would copy this and paste it into our materials because we're writing about this article. You also will have a cite button right here, so you can also pull up the citations here. It's the same, but this particular database is a Gale database, and so they put it at the bottom as well. The other things that you can do that you may want to do would be to send it to yourself so you can look at it later, download it, you can save it, you can print it, you can get a link to it, and you can do highlights and notes directly on here. There's a lot of options now with the library. You even have the ability to listen to the article instead of reading it. So if you learn better through audio, that's a great opportunity for you. So that's what you're going to read for the discussion for this week. Okay. So you've also got MLA resources in Valencia Writer and a video of reviewing MLA with me, quick lesson on works cited and in-text citations. And then of course you'll be ready to do the two assignments. So let's talk about the first one, which is the only thing that's due this week. Reading discussion one is going to be an analysis of that article. So let's take a look at it. It is in discussion format. So this is one of those where you will not only participate, but you will also reply to a couple of other folks. Remember that your own response is due at the end of the week on September 7th, but you have a week after that to respond to others. So for this assignment, you will be tasked with demonstrating your critical reading skills by analyzing an assigned argumentative article, which is the one we just looked at. Summarize the main argument presented in the article. What's the main claim or thesis? Identify and discuss the key points and evidence that the author uses to support their argument. Are there any statistics, anecdotes, or expert opinions presented? Evaluate the strength of the author's argument. Does the evidence provided effectively support the main claim? Are there any weaknesses or gaps in the argumentation? Consider any counter arguments or alternative perspectives that could be raised about the author's position. How does the author address or anticipate opposing viewpoints? And then finally, reflect on your reaction to the article. Do you find the author's argument convincing? And of course, why or why not? Do include some specific examples. You can include direct quotes if you want to. Remember, if you're going to include something very specific, to go ahead and get practice at doing the in-text citation. Because this is an electronic article, the only thing that you would need to have in your in-text citation would be the author's last name. You can use paragraph numbers if you want, okay? When you're ready to reply, click the button and there you go. Just a really quick then look ahead, because it's still part of the same module. I will post a quick update in week 4, but for week 4's MLA review assignment, this is you practicing how to create a paper in MLA. And what I've done is I've provided you with the text, and I've provided you with links to the sources that are used, and you are going to put the whole thing in MLA format. So you'll do that in Microsoft Word, and if you use Google Docs or you use something else like Pages, make sure you do save it as a Word document, and then you'll upload it. So you'll save it on your computer, you'll start the assignment, and you'll upload it from your documents. Okay. That's it. That's all for next week. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask. I am out of town, so I will not be maybe as quick as I usually am, but I will still answer emails and all that good stuff. So feel free to reach out if you have questions by inbox or the Q&A discussion board. Either one works. All right. Take care, everybody. I'll see you when I get back.